Breaking news. UK. Intelligence says Prigozhin's conflict with Russian officials is about to reach a crucial stage. The British Ministry of Defence, MOD, said on Thursday that Wagner Group boss Yevgeny Prigozhin's dispute with Russian officials is reaching a critical juncture after the tycoon challenged a demand from Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Ministry of Defense reported that Wagner Group and other volunteers formations were instructed by Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu to sign contracts with the Russian government on June 10. Putin publicly supported this strategy on national television 3 days later, but Prigozhin quickly shut him down. Wagner's boss, Prigozhin, has been vocal in his displeasure with Russia's military leadership, but he has mostly focused his criticism on Shoigu and Chief of the General Staff, Valery Gerasimov. The Russian president is rarely a target of his negative comments. Following Prigozhin's refusal to comply with Shoigu's mandate that military contracts be signed with the Russian Federation by July 1, Putin told a group of pro-war bloggers that his defense minister's initiative has to be done and it has to be done as quickly as possible. Putin said the decision was made because it was consistent with common sense, with established practice, and the law. Speaking in response to Putin's comments, Prigozhin said, "When we started participating in this war, no one said that we would be obliged to conclude agreements with the Ministry of Defense. No Wagner fighter is willing to repeat past mistakes." Prigozhin said, "Therefore, nobody will sign contracts," adding that he had faith Putin would work out a compromise for the Wagner Group. Join Newsweek's email notifications greater than privileging some segments of the Russian establishment in his speeches. Prigozhin is increasingly challenging the status quo. The British Ministry of Defence has stated that the volunteers' deadline to sign contracts will be a pivotal point in the conflict. Russia's efforts to seize the Ukrainian industrial town of Bakhmut were greatly aided by Prigozhin's paramilitary group. Before his troops withdrew from Bakhmut this month, he publicly criticized the Russian military leadership, including Shoigu. He claims the minister is withholding supplies from his troops on purpose. Advisor to the Ukrainian Minister of Internal Affairs Anton Gerashenko shared his thoughts on the conflict. Shoigu's directive may be the result of his conflict with Prigozhin and an attempt to take Wagner operatives under his control, he speculated. What if it turns out that the grandfather is a real E? He asked. University of Oxford expert on the post-communist transformation of Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union Vlad Mikhaichnenko told Newsweek last month, obviously, grandfather is a reference to Putin. Prigozhin later attempted to downplay his comment. The Russian Foreign Ministry has been emailed by Newsweek and asked for comment. Do you know of a breaking international story that you think Newsweek should investigate? Do you want to know more about the conflict between Russia and Ukraine? Yevgeny Prigozhin, a Russian business magnate, meets with international investors on June 16 at St. Petersburg's Konstantin Palace. He has been engaged in a verbal battle with high-ranking Russian officials.